think I've always had like a bit of an entrepreneurial mindset, and I'm like, I'll do anything. And I don't really care about the money. I just want to work and give my services. And no one would, ego like shattered, mate. No one would give me any work. My parents were still living here, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna go home. And that's when I started this interesting journey in the sports industry. I was still playing rugby, and I started working for Oakley. And I loved that brand since I was young, and I was like, wow, I've got this unique opportunity. And I worked for a few different brands. I did 5 years at Adidas, and then I finished up in 2009, 2010 with Nike. And I just had for 10 years this amazing journey of what I call my second university, just learning from these brands. And in 2008, I founded my first business, which is InnerFight, which is where we're sat today. And just with a simple vision, I sort of walked into it with a very similar mindset to what I said when I went down to London. People were asking me to help them. I was like, I like helping people. And I just started coaching people. Some I charged, most I didn't. And I think this is something that's lost today. People are like, you graduate from uni, pay me my money. It's like, you need time, you know? And I started coaching people, and we developed our vision was simple, to help people to get better at life. I coached people from 2004. We'd set up the brand in 2008. I'd not made $1. I'd done it all because I loved it. I'd set up the brand. Literally, we started the website, called it InnerFight, because I had so many workouts, and I was like, these guys are all having a good time with my workouts. Let's give it to the world. And so I put it online. And then it got to a point in 2009, and I'd been 5 years at Adidas. And I actually went to my then boss and I said, I need something. I'm not challenged anymore. And for your benefit and for my benefit, we need to sort something out. And he said, okay, I'll have a look at some things and I'll come back to you. And I went back to him a month later and I said to him, what have you done? And he said, oh, nothing. I thought you were going to do something. And I said, okay, thank you. And I knew at that point that Adidas wasn't the place for me to be. And so I started making some phone calls, as we do. We look in the same industry. And I went to Nike. And I remember for the first 2 weeks that I was at Nike, and they paid me great money. And that's all I thought about. And it was empty. My soul was completely empty. I was like, this is wrong. And I couldn't figure out what, because when I started there, I don't care. I didn't buy a new car. I didn't change any of my life. I'm me. But all I was thinking about was this big paycheck that I was getting. And at 2 weeks, I said to myself, you came to the wrong place. The reason why you were itchy at Adidas to do something different is because you want to help people. And I thought back to that guy in the room, and I was like, I've done my schooling. I've coached these people for these years. Now's the time. And I said to myself, within a year, I'll be out of here. Because I had something to do there. I'd gone in to do a job, and I wanted to complete what I went in to do. It would have been wrong for me to resign immediately. But I said, I can do that work within a year, and when that work's done, I'm going to make a move. And 10 months later, I resigned. And I spent those 10 months doing the job and also doing more study. I did a diploma in sports psychology, so that all the stuff that I'd seen, I could confirm if it was kind of true, and learning. And I took a piece of paper, which I still have, and I wrote my salary. And you need peace of mind, because a lot of people are like, how's it gonna work? And I was like, okay, I've got this much in the bank, that's my current salary, and these are the revenue streams that I see coming. And I did a really simple paper and pen written business plan. And I was like, that looks pretty good. It feels good in my gut. I've got this little bit of money here, and I'm gonna make it work. And then I put different things on the piece of paper. What's gonna make it work? And I went and did those things.